What's going on, everybody? I am especially happy to see that I have Mr. John Rhys-Davies here, Sallah himself, and I've got Jimmy Mulligan here, and the very talented Chris Bartlett here. We got Brian here, who's going to kind of moderate this, so shoot.
Sure. Let me just jump into it. So thank you for being here, John. I mean, first of all, let me just ask you right off the bat, what drew you to playing Sallah? Like, you got offered the part. Was it really a part? How much of a part was it when you first got that role?
I just finished Shogun. I got an Emmy nomination for that. I then went and did Victor Victoria, and Lake Edwards came up to me and said, "I just had a call from Stephen. He wants to know what sort of person you are." And I told him that you're the sort of man that beats small boys and kicks dogs. and I said, "It sounds about right." And I went along, and it was a part for a 5'2" skinny Egyptian. I was about 6'1" in those days, and certainly not skinny. And I said, "So, what's with this?" And he said, I said, "It's for a skinny person, small one." He said, No, I'll cross between this is Spielberg, I want to cross between Falstaff and the character you played in Shogun, but Egyptian."
Okay.
I said, "Okay, fine, that's fine." The script was all description. It was the most dialogue devoid script that I think I'd ever read. My agent said, "Well, do you want to do it?" And I said, "Well, it's either going to be the biggest catastrophe of all time, or it might just set a new fashion in filmmaking. But yeah, I'd love to do it. I think it'll be great fun." It was.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, great.
I got something to add to that.
Yeah,
Speaking
please.
of the script, was there anything, being Sallah, was there anything that you contributed to the script that wasn't in the script originally?
Yeah.
I know Steven Spielberg was very...
Vision. Ego.
Okay, all right.
All actors bring their own qualities into a part, and you get a part that can be played by. I think Danny DeVito was considered as
That's
a possible,
the word on the street
That's
that I
the
heard.
word on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny would have done it remarkably well, but it would be very different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sometimes just the chemistry, the balance between the actors, the script, the director, that just occasionally just does something that resonates and rings and appeals to the audience.
Okay, awesome.
That actually kind of segues into something that I wanted to ask you. Just in general, did you ever, as you were getting roles, and maybe things that did work out or didn't work out, but did you ever have any kind of ship passing in the night? Did you find that there were people that were getting the same roles as you if it didn't work out with you, and then maybe if it didn't work out with them, they got you? Was that a possibility? Because you mentioned Danny, that's what made me think of it.
I've no idea, really. I never bothered to. I was very lucky. I was tall, fat, and ugly, and I had a loud voice.
I understand.
And once it dawned on me that was the truth of the matter, and rather than my genius, it was very easy. It's all I know is that the parts that I didn't get.
No, that's okay.
So sorry.
That's okay.
That's the hat blowing away.
There you go.
Never loses
Never loses the hat.
The parts that I didn't get, the films actually didn't turn out too good.
Okay.
Well, obviously, they were missing the most important
Well,
element.
that's what
But
I
clearly,
always
no ego there.
That's what I always maintain. But there is. I mean, the original Dune. I went up for the original Dune, and I clearly wasn't up to it. But just listening to the way they were talking about it, you thought, wait a minute, this isn't going to work. I went up for a Tom Cruise film very early on, where he was playing an Irish boy who could fight his way through.
Far and Away.
Far and
Far and
Away.
Away. It's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I like the way it came out.
And you knew that this wasn't going to work because it was completely out of context. There he is, an Irish boy, and he's going to fight against aristocrats and things like that, and just no sensibility, no understanding of the class system in Ireland at that period. There's no understanding of history.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get if the story isn't right, then it doesn't work. You know, you're spending all your time trying to make up sort of mock-up things. That's the problem with these Tolkien sort of extension films. You know, the quality of the writing may be very, very good, but it's not Tolkien, and it doesn't work really. And you can pour millions into it, but it doesn't work. In the beginning is the word. If the script is right, then you'll get the right actors, the right director, and you'll get a coming together of talents that actually can, you know, generate some real heat. Beg pardon.
All right.
No, wonderful. There's a deleted scene from Raiders where you meet a grisly fate. Could you expand on that some more? Like, I guess obviously didn't make the final cut, and you've lived to die another day. But what? I mean, could you tell us a little bit about that shooting that scene, or why maybe you felt, you know, you can only kind of speculate, I guess, why Stephen didn't put it in the film.
There were two reasons why it was in the film. The young German soldier who'd been passing as just a tourist who was happy to do a little bit of extra work, was quite an accomplished actor who very deliberately tried to get into the movie, and secondly, we had got so much good material that actually he could afford to cut it, and possibly thirdly, look, I have very little recollection of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I had cholera or something like that. All I know is that
Oh, it was during that time.
it was that time.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, that was a tough scene. It's a lovely idea that in fact the Germans decide to shoot Salah, and it's the cook who's going to be doing the shooting, and he just isn't up to shooting, to killing him. So in the end, he lets him go, sort of thing.
He's been cooking in a hot desert all day. Now you want me to execute? So can no one else do this job? It's very good. It's very good. I like that. I guess Harrison Ford recently they keep asking him, like any plans to retire, and he says he has no plans to retire at all. With that being said, do you have anything coming up that we should be excited about? Is there anything on your radar that you're excited about?
There are a few small films that I've done, including a lovely one I did with my chum Pierce Brosnan's youngest son, Paris. A lovely little family film about a prank that goes wrong and gets them into sort of social work for 60 community service in 60 days.
Okay.
And they have to look after a miserable old man. I wonder who.
I think we're gonna have to check this one out.
It's great fun. It'll come together nicely, and I shot it in Indiana, which is a place I've never shot anything before. And it was lovely. It was a really nice experience. I've just finished a pretty big and I think pretty commercial script, and now is the time for me to make a film that I started making about 4 years ago, with just little bits of money here and little bits of money there, and that's the one I have to make. And I'm actually producing a little cartoon series at the moment, which would be rather fun. But really, I have 4 or 5 things that I've written, and it's now time to do them. I'm 81. I don't have more than 25 years left, and but the time must be now focused on doing something really worthwhile.
That's awesome. All right, we'll have to keep.
There are 1 or 2 very nice films potentially in the offering. It's just that our industry is in a state of total chaos and change at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And rightly so. Well, when I say rightly so, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
You do not understand the immediacy of the threat of artificial intelligence on our industry in particular.
Yeah.
I saw myself the other day in a scene that I'd never done.
Oh.
And it'll be in the film, and it'll be very good.
Okay.
That is wild.
Yeah.
With your approval, obviously.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
How
Okay.
did that feel? I guess, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you liked the way it came together, but was it a little jarring? I mean, to see your performance, but it's not your performance.
Was the AI John taller?
And very well endowed.
Oh man.
So, yes, it's a little horror picture done by a friend of mine who's such a gifted and talented man called Howard Ford, who is who can cobble a good piece of entertainment together on 2 shakes of a cat's whisker and nothing else. A brilliant job. But what was significant was 10 days later he was showing it at Cannes and made the sales. He was finishing the editing the final packaging of the whole picture last week, and on Monday he got a phone call from his artificial intelligence guy, CGI guy, saying, "Look, there's been an upgrade in the program, and I've redone these scenes for you, and they were even better." Literally 10 days before they had been done, there is a new upgrade, and it is better, and that is the impetus of change in artificial intelligence. If I got some film equipment, my smart move would be to sell the damn lot, because it ain't going to be worth a penny in
Wow.
I hope you're wrong.
2 years time.
Yeah, it's almost frightening in a way too. At the same time,
We should look into like digital catering. That's where it's going to be.
it's coming though. I mean, it's you know,
It is coming.
It can definitely, you know, you have to choose wisely when it comes to AI.
I like what you did there. Let me ask you, John. Let's move away from the frightening aspect of AI. Let me ask you, what is your favorite role, and why is it Sallah?
My favorite role is the next one, and Salah is in there somewhere.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot.
I feel like Sallah is just you. Every time I've met you previously, it's like I'm meeting Sallah. I feel like, you know, there's obviously acting to it, but it's just, maybe I resonate with that character so much because I've met you, and it's just like you're not putting on a front for it or acting, and I think that's why I like it so much.
Salah's an interesting character. He is actually the unique in some ways, because he is the only Arab of cultural significance in Western popular culture of the last 60, 70 years, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Which should worry both sides of the cultural divide. But he's a bit special. I was a bit, What happened to Salah? I'll tell you what happened to Salah. He didn't end up as a bloody taxi driver. He ended up guarding Palmyra, the museum in Palmyra, and when the I can't even remember which particular group of idiots came, and they demanded all the treasures of the museum. They found that he'd hidden them, and they took him out in front of his museum, and his name by then was Walid al-Asadi. Okay. And these are the people who just blown up the Buddhist shrines in Syria, isn't it? Walid al-Asadi, blessed be he. He refused to give up the treasures of his museum, and he was murdered in front of his museum, resisting. He was 81 years old. He was about my age.
Whoa.
So that's probably what happened to, I
Okay.
hope,
All right.
our boy, instead of being taxi driver.
Taxi driver.
He obviously stole the taxi to go get Indy. That's what happened. It's not a job. He stole the taxi. Clearly, that's what it was.
The deleted scene.
Very good.
I hear that there might possibly be a Sliders reunion coming up.
Indeed, yes. I hope so.
Can we hear more about that?
I managed to persuade. Organizationally, you understand, this isn't quite completely together at the moment.
Okay.
But yes, I'm hoping that Sabrina will come from Rome. Clevant will come from, I think he's hoofing it on Broadway at the moment. Jerry's got a new show, and we're all going to meet in Salt Lake City, I hope, on the 26th, 27th or something like that of September.
September.
The
Okay.
Great Salt Lake City Convention.
That's
So
right. And you're going to be there too, correct?
Yes,
Be there,
yeah,
we'll
we'll
be there.
You're going to be there as well?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're actually going to be where I'm going next week, Rebel Scum Con.
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
I'll see you there next week, too.
All Star Wars theme.
So-
Anywhere he
All right.
goes is Rebel Scum.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm flying out there on Thursday, so I'll
great.
probably see you right out there
Yeah.
too. So that's awesome.
right, can we go and have a dinner now?
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for your time. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you
You're
for
the
having
best,
us.
John.
It's fun.
And good night to all you fans of indie, because God bless you. You put my children through decent schools all the way back to 1979. Or thereabout, wasn't it?
1981.
81.
1981.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or thereabouts.
1981.
Pretty
Yep.
close.
Yeah.
Bless you all.
Thank you so much.
Right.
All right.